Wanda, and I want to do some reading from Hija, Chingada, from the chapter called Hija. It's the end of the world as we know it. And since it's rapidly going to be November and an election November, I want to reflect on a memory of 4 years ago. Reflecting on Emiliano Zapata's words, I'd rather die on my feet than live my life on my knees, I found renewed resolve. These words had once inspired significant changes in my life, and now fortified my determination not to surrender. Prepared to fight relentlessly, I was ready to die standing if that's what it took to uphold my principles and commitments. The political landscape was also shifting dramatically during this personal and professional turmoil. The 2020 presidential race intensified with Joe Biden securing the Democratic nomination. Despite Arizona's traditionally red inclination, predictions about Trump securing the state were uncertain, with political tides more unpredictable than ever. When Joe Biden's campaign team approached me to contribute a video, I seized the opportunity to make a political statement. Understand this. My decision was not so much My decision was driven not so much by support for Biden, but rather my opposition to Donald fucking Trump, whose leadership seemed an assault on my community from the far right. The video was crafted as a fierce rebuke to the damage I perceived Trump was causing, with Kamala Harris's potential election as the first BIPOC female vice president adding a historical dimension to my involvement. This was an opportunity to advocate for my community and oppose forces threatening our societal fabric. In these challenging times, every action felt like a stand, not just for my business and personal future, but for the broader societal values I cherished. The PPP loan, my public political stance, and the ongoing struggle to keep Barrio Cafe afloat were all facets of a more significant battle for survival and integrity. As the ads aired by the end of August, okay, I have 4 dogs, 2 rescues, 2 expensive. I like the rescues a little bit better. The expensives are like privileged little kids. They went to public boarding school or something. As the ads aired by the end of August, there was a surge of hatred unlike any I had felt in a long time that overwhelmed me. These threatening messages, one threatening message was particularly chilling. There we go. Sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing here. I know where you live, bitch. Meet me in the alley. This threat kept my .357 caliber pistols within easy reach. My friend, the artist Angel, even offered to confront the aggressor though the challenger never materialized. Another comment struck a chord. Shut up and cook, bitch. There is no politics in food. How wrong that statement is. It overlooks the deep-seated politics that permeate the food industry, with the exploitation of field workers hidden behind the trendy farm-to-table movement to systemic labor abusers. The food industry has been inherently political since the U.S. began relying on inexpensive labor from its southern border. From companies skirting immigration laws to cut costs to the pervasive inequality in profit distribution, the political influences are undeniable. In nearly every facet of the food service, from the fields to the kitchens, BIPOC individuals make significant contributions, yet rarely reap the profits and accolades. The backlash and threats only intensified my decision to the Biden-Harris campaign. I engage in weekly Zoom meetings with Latino politicians and community leaders, united in our goal to shift Arizona from deep red to purple. In this polarized environment, many Arizonians, inspired by the legacy of the late, great Senator John McCain, who was known for his bipartisan efforts, began to distance themselves from the Republican nominee. McCain's ability to connect across party lines resonated with voters who were disillusioned by the current Republican Party's departure from bipartisan values and its drift towards upholding white I can't say that word. That one right there. I have always believed that love and unity hold more power in politics than division and hatred. Yet often, our nation falls prey to the divide and conquer strategies employed by both political parties. Though my time in politics, I've seen flaws in candidates from both sides and have sometimes faced the tough decision of choosing the lesser of two evils. For instance, despite his accomplishments, Barack Obama's presidency included mass deportations that tragically split apart many innocent familias, muchas. You guys remember those videos of kids watching their dad drop them off at school and being carted off by ICE? Similarly, I have previously supported Senator John McCain, not because his politics, but also because I believe the leadership was the best choice at the time for Arizona. Since making Arizona and Baja California my home, my objective has always been to serve these communities to the best of my ability. I talk more about the campaign. You know, I had an opportunity to sit with candidates Biden and Harris inside the Barrio Cafe. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, here he goes. So they come to the restaurant during their Arizona candidacy, and I have a disease. In fact, today I'm wearing this. I'm going to be on the couch all day here because I can't move. I'm sick, and my disease is sarcoidosis, and if you have it, you understand. If you don't, it's a rare disease that has very little money for it. Anyway, I'm running out of time, so I just want to say one thing. Vote.